Oops. Hi, Trayvon. So this is like a little demo to show you what I've been working on. So guess let's first start over here. So in the world, in certain biomes, this block spawns and it's wild wheat. And when you break it, if you're in survival, it has a chance to drop some of the special seeds. And if we look in the creative menu over here, there's 5 different varieties of wheat. And so you collect the seeds and then you grow them into wheat and you get the respective wheat type. Here are custom wheat type and then the custom seeds back. So you plant them back. Then another thing we have is we have these cows and these chickens. And then we have these pine trees right here, which spawn in the world. And we also have this clay, which is called kaolinite clay. And if we go back to the mobs, this is a wooden bucket, which is different than the regular bucket that's in the game. We can milk this cow to get whole milk. Let's see. And then that's what it would be once it's processed, but I haven't added like the functionality for that yet. It turns into this little milk container. And then instead of the regular Minecraft eggs, these chickens, when they drop an egg, they drop the fancy egg, which is like the egg that I'm using in the game. And then, so the pine tree right here, go into creative mode. It's like taller than these like spruce trees and stuff. If I fly over here, you can see more of them ostensibly. Yeah, here we go. So you can see that they're a different color and they're taller than these like spruce trees. And they only spawn in certain biomes like the taiga and I can't remember the other ones that I have set, but there's like a couple. And then like, so this is what the blocks look like. This is the sapling, like the baby tree for the tree to grow more of them. And then, so one thing that we can do with this special tree that I've added is we take this sledgehammer and the iron wedge and we can place the iron wedge right here. And if we hit it with the sledgehammer, it breaks the block and like splits it. And then we get these split pine logs, which we use in the wood oven. So that's pretty cool. And then we also have these little decorative tiles right here that the player can craft. And the way you craft those is you mine this kaolinite clay block right here, which spawns in swamps and mangrove forests or mangrove swamps. And then if we look at the recipe right here, we take the kaolinite clay and the bone ash that I also added and glass dust. And then we get the porcelain mix to make porcelain bricks, which is what these tiles are, is like porcelain tiles. And then to make the bone ash, which is the prerequisite, you put the bones in a blast furnace. And then right now, this is kind of just a temporary recipe, but you just craft the glass into glass dust. And then these ingredients right here are like micro crafting ingredients, like that you use to make the other, like the blocks and stuff. And these are kind of not really implemented right now, but they will be in the future. And then we go over here. Yep, see, this chicken dropped the fancy egg. And then here, the stone mill is still missing the texture. I haven't like made a new one for it yet. And this one needs to have a new texture made too. But anyway, so the big piece, I guess, of the puzzle here is making the bread, of course. And so these are the 3 little types of bread that I have added into the game right now. Then if I take these items right here, let's get some bowls. So if we open the scale block right now, and then we put this right here, this is our bread flour. And then we take a bowl and put it right here. And then if we want, let me check the recipe. We want 100 and... Oh, actually, this is, yeah. So we want 100 grams of this flour. So we'll measure that out. And then as you can see, this flour item, the stack weighed 113 grams, but now it only weighs 13 grams since we took 100 out. And then we get this bowl that has the flour in it, as you can see. And the little tooltips, you can tell it has it in there. And then this flour type is called vital wheat gluten. And then we can put that into here again. And if we want to make this recipe, we need to, hold on, let me do a little bit of math real quick. It's 105 times 0.05. So we need, 5 grams of this yeast, or this flour. And then we have this salt here, which the texture is fucked up for right now. It's actually the item model that's fucked up, but salt, let me do the math real quick. 105 times 0.03 is 3 grams. So we get 3 grams of salt here. And then this is our yeast. And then we need to have 4 grams of yeast. So 105 times 0.04. I can fucking type it into the calculator correctly. 105 times 0.04 is 4.2, so we're going to round down to 4 grams. So we get 4 grams here, and then we need water. We take a water bucket here, and we'll put this right here. And we need 70 grams or 70% water, so 105 times 0.7 equals 73.5, so we'll round up to 74. And then we measure it. And then now we have all these 5 ingredients measured out that we need. Craft the baguette dough. So we'll place these items into our mixer. And then the mixer will take them out of the inventory and then craft the dough here. And you can see that the dough tells us what recipe it is, and it tells us the ingredients that are in there and the percentages in bakery math, like in baker's percentages of how much of those items are in the dough. And it also tells us the total weight of the dough. And then now if we take it to the wooden oven, we can put it here. We need to get a little bit of fuel though. And this oven only takes the split pine logs instead of like coal or something like that, because it would be weird to like eat bread that you cooked with coal. It seems like it wouldn't be safe. And then, so we get our baguette here, and as you can see, it's got its custom texture. And if it was a different recipe, we'd get a different texture depending on what the recipe was. But you can see it tells us the type again, the bakery percentages, and then the hydration and the total weight. And that information all gets carried over from the dough block or the dough item that we make in the mixer and into the wooden oven and then into the final bread type. So we're preserving all of those details throughout the crafting like process, I guess you could say. And that was the big thing that took a bunch of fucking time. And to quickly look through some of the textures, so we have these 5 different types of break flour, 5 different types of middlings flour, and then we have first and second patent flour, and then our all-purpose high gluten bread, semolina flour, rye flour, whole wheat flour, etc., etc. And then these items here, this is butters, different types of butters. This is brown sugar. This is yeasts right here. And then here's our crafting ingredients and our clay and our sledgehammer, etc., etc. So yeah, that's pretty much the nerd shit that I've been working on. So, yeah, hoggers.